So today I'm doing a video on 50 random facts about me just to help you guys get to know me a little bit better. So I have 50 facts written out here on my phone and I'm just gonna get right to it because this is a lot of facts. So I hope that I don't ramble on. Okay, number one. I learned how to do long division before I was in kindergarten because my dad made me. I am always cold, like I'm a cold person. I always need like a jacket or a hoodie or a blanket or a snuggie. I love Christmas music. I start listening to Christmas music in like August. Judge me if you want to, but it's not going to change the fact that I love Christmas music. Speaking of which, I need to do my Christmas cover for this year because I wasn't able to do one last year. So if you guys have any suggestions, then leave those in the comments down below and I will put it on the list. And I will probably do the cover on Periscope. So if you're not following me on Periscope, which is where I'm going to be doing all of my covers from now on, then be sure to find me. I'm just Tracy Timberlake. I taught myself how to ride a bike when I was 6 years old. And the reason why I taught myself is because I had a bike, like I had a 20-inch bike. I never had like one of those little kid bikes. And there was this girl, she was a lot older than me. She was probably like maybe 10 or 11. She had a bike that was very similar to mine and she didn't have training wheels on her bike. And I said, can I ride your bike? And she was like, do you know how to ride a bike without training wheels? Because I was a little kid. And I was like, yeah. So she was like, okay. So I literally got on her bike, started pedaling, and was so thankful to the good Lord that I did not fall on my face. I also taught myself how to tie my own shoes. I'm always on orange, and if you've watched like my, I think it was my pepper spray video, I'm always on orange alert, meaning that, I don't know, I'm just always like aware of my surroundings. I need to make sure that I know where the exits are. I'm just always on orange because you just never know. When I go into movie theaters, I'm looking at every single person that's coming in the door. Like I like to get there early because I like to see the people that are coming in so that I can, you know, make my assessment. This is a weird fact, but I don't like to wear deodorant every day because I don't know, like I don't want my pores and my follicles to be plugged up with aluminum. So I always carry deodorant in my purse just in case on that particular day I didn't put deodorant on when I left the house. If I happen to, you know, start to smell a little bit, like you know when you smell bad, guys, come on. So I always carry deodorant with me just in case, but as a general rule, I don't always walk out of the house wearing deodorant. Call me weird, I don't know. I know that they say that, you know, it doesn't cause breast cancer, but I'm not taking any chances. So if I can avoid having aluminum underneath my armpit, then I'm gonna do that. I don't like to share my blanket. Like if I'm sleeping in the same bed with someone, like when my cousin comes over, or if my mom is sharing a bed with me or whatever, like we're on a trip, I need my own blanket. I get really annoyed when people do not answer text messages or emails. Like, you guys, this is 2015. We have many ways of accessing our technology. Let's just be kind and courteous enough to answer. Like if I'm a busy person and if I take the time out to send you a text message or an email, then I just think it's common courtesy that you would either answer me back in a text. It could even be like, got it, or thumbs up, or we'll answer it in detail later. Say something, just let me know that, you know, you have received my message and that you have read it and understood it. Don't just leave it out there in limbo. Pizza is my favorite food. I love pizza. I just don't think pizza loves me as much. But whenever I eat it, I tell myself pizza makes me skinny because that just, I don't know, helps me feel better about eating massive amounts of pizza at one time. I'm a huge history person. I love history, in particular British history. Don't know why. I mean, I know I have English ancestry, like that goes way back to, you know, maybe 300 years ago, like the 1700s, 1800s, but I've never been to England. I want to go there. I love it. I just love trying to understand how, you know, just the monarchy worked back then, especially like in the Middle Ages. It was so weird to me, like the battles and, you know, I'm taking the throne, no you're not, and all that stuff. So it's really fascinating to me. I love reading like historical fiction. I also just love reading history. Like I will read everything on Wikipedia that I could find, you know, if I don't have a history book on it. Yeah, I'm just obsessed. I watch documentaries, I watch the History Channel, I just love it. Now, I will say that I have to sometimes stop watching the History Channel because it gives me nightmares. Like I've had, when I was watching like the history of Russia, I had nightmares about Ivan the Terrible for days. I am generally able to remember my dreams. I love pillows. I have like 8 pillows in my bed. I sleep with all of them. They surround me. I make like a little pillow fort around my body and I just love it. I don't really like people that complain, especially people that complain and don't do anything about it. Like generally people that are complainers are the kinds of people that don't do things about it. People that do things about it aren't generally complainers. Does that make sense? So I'm not a huge fan of complainers because I'm more of a doer. My dad died when I was 7. He was shot on duty when he was working. He was in the military, and I was raised by my mom. I'm not a cat person. If I had to choose between food and coffee, 9 times out of 10, I will choose coffee. My favorite ice cream is cookies and cream. I was born in the Philippines, moved to the States when I was 1, moved back to the Philippines when I was 8 after my dad died until I was 10, and then I moved back to the States. I love musicals, and my dream role in a musical would be Elphaba from Wicked. Did that really just happen? Have I actually understood? This weird quirk that I've tried to suppress or hide is a talent that could help me meet the wizard if I make good, so I'll make good. I never knew what I wanted to be when I was growing up. I have always been like a jack of all trades, master of none. I have multiple passions. And so I feel very fortunate that I was given the freedom to explore every single one of those passions. And it wasn't until, you know, my late 20s that I even discovered that I wanted to be a life coach, which is what I get to do now, is help women, you know, in their life and in their business. And that is what I absolutely love to do. So yeah, but when it came to like applying for colleges, every single college that I applied to, I chose like a different major because I had no idea what I wanted to do. My battery's gonna die. Hopefully it doesn't die before the end of this video, but it might. One passion that I was not able to explore though is being a ballet dancer. I kind of wish that I was a ballet dancer because I think they're so strong and beautiful at the same time. Like they're like some of the most powerful athletes, but so graceful too. I just don't have the body type. I played volleyball and water polo in high school. My favorite Disney movie is Beauty and the Beast. I'm like really bad with names and faces. Like it's awful. It's a character flaw, I know. I am an active learner as opposed to reflective, and what active means is that I think very quickly and I make decisions very quickly. And FYI, the highest earners are those who make the quickest decisions, just letting you know. But I'm not reflective, so I don't think like, oh, should I? Oh, shouldn't I? What about this? Like, I mean, I can go through that process instantaneously and then decide, again, because I'm very intuitive. So if I want to do it, I'm going to do it. If I don't want to do it, I'm probably not going to do it. Having said that, people who take a long time to make a decision, it irritates me sometimes because I'm like, just pick one. My celebrity crush is The Rock. My spirit animal is the owl. I make spreadsheets for everything. My entire life is in spreadsheets. Christmas lists, budgets, videos that I need to film, schedules, all in spreadsheets. I have really small ears. I don't know if you can see that in relation to my head, but my ears are like very small. They're not even, I mean, they may be 2 inches, but I'm not even sure if that's it. I have very small ears. This is my double jointed thumb. I don't like grocery shopping, so I outsource that. I use Instacart and they deliver my groceries to me in an hour. I love plucking hairs. Like I love this like, I pluck my friend's hair. I've always been like this since a teenager. Like I literally have a friend who I would strap down and pluck her eyebrows because she just hated it because it hurt so much. But now she's addicted to plucking too, so it kind of worked out in the end. But I love plucking like hairs. Love it. I'm an auditory learner, so now I listen to a lot of ebooks because I learn better. I find that I learn better that way. So when I was in school, I was never a note taker because if I could hear you talk about it, then that's how I retain information. And so when I discovered ebooks, or when I discovered audiobooks, I was like, oh my gosh, where's this been my whole life? Because now like, it's like a Rolodex of a ton of information that's in my head because I've heard it. Justin Timberlake and I have the same 7th great grandfather. I hate cockroaches, they creep me out. Like in Florida we have huge giant palmetto bugs and you know, they don't burrow in your home and like start breeding and then have like all these babies. Whereas like the little teeny tiny cockroaches, I don't like the game Monopoly because it takes too long. My favorite board game, however, is Scrabble, and I've been playing Scrabble since I was 4 years old, and my aunt taught me, and since then I've just always been addicted, and I used to actually play like in competitions online. But I don't do that anymore because I don't have time. When I was a kid, I used to have fainting spells. Like I would just be standing and then fainting. I don't know, it happened to me at school, it happened when I was like jumping on my bed one time, it happened when my mom was brushing my hair, and then at some point I just kind of grew out of it. I don't know that I ever got like a checkup or anything. Maybe I had like some strange heart condition that, you know, or something that I grew out of, but it doesn't happen anymore. I'm totally an East Coast girl. I've been to California several times. I have many friends that live there. and I just don't think that I could live there long term. It's just very slow moving for me, and I'm more of a pick up the pace. My favorite show of all time is 24. And if you have not watched 24, then you need to start and you'll love it. I generally only eat food between the hours of 12 p.m. and 8. And it's because I practice something called intermittent fasting, where I put my body in a fasted state for 14 hours or more. So generally, I only eat like between 12 and 8. And people say, oh my gosh, you're so disciplined. But to me, it's the most free way of eating because I can eat whatever I want in that span of time and never overeat. Because I mean, you can only eat so much, guys, you know what I mean? But I can eat whatever I want in an 8-hour time period and not gain weight. As a matter of fact, I've lost weight by doing that. I love Target, hate Walmart. My favorite singer right now is Jessie J. I think she has one of the most amazing voices ever. When I'm sad or upset, I look at pictures of cute puppies. I can't sleep more than 7 hours at a time unless I'm sick. But if I'm like regular, I will only sleep for 7 hours. Can't do any more than that. It doesn't matter what time I go to sleep, doesn't matter what time I wake up. Like 7 hours is the max, and then I'm done sleeping. My body's like, oh, sun's out, fun's out. I'm totally a morning person, but I can be a night person, but I'm more of a morning person. If I were to choose, I would choose to get everything done in the morning and then just be in my bed at like 8 p.m. at night. My minor in college was Spanish. I'm really good at like telling people about themselves, not in a bad way, but like my discernment of people is very good. So if you come to me with a problem, I will pinpoint exactly what that problem is and tell you how to solve it. And this is what makes me a good coach. And I've always been like this from the time I was like 10 years old. My guidance counselor pointed this out in me and like started to train me in like counseling disciplines because I was always very good at it. And but it's totally a benefit because I'm able to help so many people who come to me for help because I'm really good at just honing in, zeroing in on the problem, getting rid of all the fluff, and then giving you the tools and techniques to overcome that problem. And this is the last one. I have always wanted to be like a federal agent, like CIA, FBI. I think that that's like the coolest job ever. However, I could never do it because I know that there's a lot of like, you know, risk involved or like family and stuff. But if I didn't have a family, if I was like an orphan and, you know, I had nothing to lose and no friends, I would totally have signed up to be like in the CIA or the FBI or something that allowed me to chase bad guys because I either want to be a secret agent or a superhero, I guess. Okay guys, so that's it. Those are 50 facts about me. I would love to know some facts about you, so be sure to leave some fun facts in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any requests for new videos, then please leave those in the comment section as well. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.